Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast. This is your host, Sandi Ballard. And this is no more excuses time, right? Well, I appreciate all of you listening, for coming back and listening for the first time, for sharing the podcast and sharing your comments and suggestions and input. And for those of you who have connected with me on social media, I've been a little heavier on Instagram more than Twitter or anything like that. But don't forget, Facebook page, Growing Forward Success Coaching. And you can always find me on LinkedIn. Make sure you look for Sandi with an I. Sandi with an I, Ballard. All right? And last week I shared, in last week's podcast, that is, I shared a lot about a client who didn't initially see his progress, which affected his confidence. And it also affected his clarity on why we should continue working together, right? Once I helped him see his progress, which included the fact that his confidence had improved. He had more confidence in himself, his abilities, and his experience. He saw the progress, and it changed his perspective. So if you listened to last week's podcast, if you haven't, go back and listen to it and hear that story of how he shifted, right? And it was just a really cool moment. And I've had a few other coaching clients like that recently where I helped them speak up, kind of really say what they wanted, whether it was their perfect role at their job, and to step into their greatness, which definitely was stepping out of their comfort zone. I helped them realize how much expertise that they have, and by saying, just getting them, or I guess by me saying, you're in this position for a reason. You're here for a reason. People hire you and buy from you for a reason. Help them see that they are badass, right? That they do have the ability and the experience to help people. And a great deal of my time is spent helping people take a moment and a step back, kind of look at their life from the outside in, to really see all that they have to offer and their badassness, right? With different personality styles, it's not always easy. Yes, extroverts, like me, and Ds on the disc profile, like me, usually don't have a problem sharing their expertise. However, sometimes you've got to help people, or I have to help people, anyone, help them, teach them how to not sound braggy or conceited or overconfident. Sometimes you do. Sometimes that's the very reason why people don't talk about their experience, their expertise, and just kind of step back because they don't want to sound like they're bragging. But think about it. How confident are you in someone's abilities if they don't exude badassness, right? Okay, or at least seem confident in their own abilities and share their experience. It doesn't matter if you're hiring them in the financial field, like a CPA. You want them to be pretty badass today, right? Or a mechanic. Okay, think about this. If you ask someone for help or say, I have this problem, or you go to a CPA, go to a financial advisor, go to a mechanic, and you ask them to help you. And the response is, I think I can. I can probably help you. Okay, versus, yes, I can help. I've seen many situations like yours in the 20 years I've been in this industry, right? A huge difference. And it's not easy for everyone. And many times when people are in their element, they shine and they can just talk about their experience. Sharing stories of how they've helped people is a hell of a lot easier than introducing yourself, especially in front of a crowd, right? And sometimes people aren't comfortable sharing who they really are. It depends on the situation for many people, but it stems from from confidence in your experience. For many of my clients that I've met with, they are doubting themselves, doubting their self-worth, their value, their abilities, all the things I've been talking about in the last few podcasts. We talk a lot about their successes. You try to get them to see all they've done and all their amazing shit that they've done, because usually people focus think about this if this is you. You can focus on what you don't have and can't have or haven't done or didn't do right, you know? Yes, we talk about when they feel like they failed or didn't live up to someone else's standards and when shit just didn't go right. And I help them see what they learned from the experience, what's happened since, and how to change their perspective, right? Last week I posted an article about changing your perspective on your past and your future and how that affects your future. Because you can't change the past, but you can change your perspective on it, and that'll shift and your perspective on what you feel like you can achieve. So let's try that this week, all right? Think about a time when you weren't confident and how that felt, well, maybe what happened, and also a time when you just rocked it, when you found your badassness, right? Okay, so email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, or post here in the comment section, whatever platform you're listening. Are you confident enough to share this? I guess we will see, right? So again, share a time when you were not confident in what happened, like the turnout, and perhaps you were pitching to a new client, and also a time when you rocked it, when you had your badassness shining. All right, every person who posts in the comment section will get a chance to win a free 1-hour coaching session with me. And you don't have to be failing to have a coach, right? Let's change that perspective too. So I look forward to hearing from you all. Again, sballard@growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. And I look forward to hearing all of your times when you weren't confident and when you had found your badassness. Have a great week. Cheers.